All right, and we back. I'm sorry. My mom wanted to try to feed me, so I'm cool with that.
Always down for a meal.
Everybody come on.
Right, so we got Chastity back. I'm sorry me saying your name wrong. I'm sorry. Okay. My mom was calling, okay? It's not my fault. She called back 3 times, y'all. Anyway, so I was going to give y'all the spiel. I was going to give y'all a little sign up about her vision board party, because it is a potluck vision board party, y'all. And first of all, I like vision boards. Second of all, I like food. So you see how she combined my 2 favorite things? You see how she did that? I'm excited about that.
Always looking out.
So I'm gonna let Heather go ahead and talk about what she wants to talk about and her goals. So what are your goals for 2018, Steph?
2018 goals. Let me see. Let me see. Goals, intentions. First goal, get pregnant. That's the first goal.
I think that's a wonderful goal, though.
That's a good goal. I'm married now. though.
And you know what I'm sick of, though? Even if you wasn't married. You know what I'm really sick of? Y'all keep talking about where is the 90s babies with no kids. Like, we not finna be 30. We 25 years old. Like, what? It's okay to have a kid now. It is all right to have a baby. Like, I don't know why people keep with that. I think that's stupid. But anyway, back to it.
So, 2018, one of the biggest goals I have is probably to have a child. Even if I get pregnant, like in December, goals.
Right.
Another thing is to really work on my blog and get my blog popping. I have like separate goals for just my blog in general. Stay consistent with being vegan. I'm like a struggling vegan. You can read my blog post about it. And being happier, smiling more, crying less.
Wonderful.
Meditating more.
Oh, yes.
Stressing less.
Yeah.
So definitely interested in that. But I really when I think about my goals, I'm like, what do I plan on doing for the year? Mm-hmm. I try not to come up with these really, really big goals because I hate to have that not happen. Mm-hmm. So what I like to do is come up with goals as I go.
Right.
So like it's like a as a go goal. And then if I say, I think I want to do this, make it a goal. So then I end up having like 5 goals at the beginning of the year. And then it turns into 100 goals and then like 100 achievements. So,
Well, that's dope, actually. One thing I did learn, or one thing somebody told me, or that I've learned over the last year, is that what works for me is, for my big goals, I put small goals in between. So it helps me to reward myself for the small goals, because sometimes when you make a big goal, it may seem like it's so far out of reach. So as you're going and doing all these little steps that help you get to that big goal, you almost kind of, because you don't reward yourself and you feel like it's nothing, it kind of makes you feel discouraged, like you're not doing nothing. But I've found that if I reward myself for the small things too, the accomplishment feels much better when I get to the big goal. And it actually seems like it get here quicker, because I'm like, I accomplished this goal this week. I had goals for the day, and then I had goals for the week. So I accomplished through the day, and I was happy about it. When I got to Friday and I accomplished those goals, I was happy about it. But when I got to 3 months down the line, I already did everything I needed to do to get to the big goal. So now that's accomplished too.
Yeah, I like that. Now that's an idea.
Let me read. What she just said, except for the baby, I done threw this ass back already,
I peeped that, but I was trying to bust out laughing.
Go on and throw that ass.
Look, that's not even on my goals list, but I keep on getting that message somewhere in my mind. Yeah. So I'm trying to avoid, but Heather is pushing it, and Source is pushing it, and every test I take on Facebook is pushing it.
Right.
And I'm sick of y'all.
Like, Facebook just want me to pray.
I'm sick of y'all.
I'm trying.
I think I made a comment about that.
You did. That's why I looked at her like that, because everybody was like, okay,
no. House first.
Yeah, I got so many other things that I need to get in before that. So maybe like December, like Heather's December. Okay, my other goals will be accomplished by the time December comes. Yeah. So again, we have our Leah Dawn. I want to see what Mom Boss got for us too.
Oh, okay.
I can like do like this.
Hey
No,
everyone.
you need to be in it.
Oh.
How you just going to out yourself like that?
My name is Leah, and I have 4 children. So they are 8, 5, 2, and 8 months old.
Girl, I love them
So,
much.
oh my goodness. So with 4 kids, you can just imagine how busy my life is. And I'm really big on moms, no matter how many kids you have, just, going out there, starting our own businesses, because with having 4 kids, to me, freedom is very important to me, being able to be there with my kids. So what I have coming out, I actually have my Mom Boss planners getting ready to drop. My graphic designer, shout out to her. She sent me my logo today, and I meant to show you that when I came in here.
Okay.
My planner is actually on the way. How I came up with that idea was because with me having 4 kids, like you can just imagine, all of them just have different type of schedules. And I'm always really big on writing things down, what I have coming up, what I have planned. I'm always buying planners in Walmart, and they're just kind of like, they're just kind of whack. So I just kind of came up with this idea of, why don't I just do kids' names on the tabs for our moms, just be able to keep up with each child's, different activities. I have some inspirational quotes that I have going on inside the planner. So I just can't wait for it to come on out and show everyone. I'm just really excited about it to come. So that's like one thing that I have going on for the mom. So be on the lookout for that and some more things.
I'm excited about that. Actually.
I'm really excited.
Because I kind of have OCD a little bit, so I have a different notebook for everything, like literally. I got a notebook that says like spells and potions. I got a notebook that says business stuff. I got a notebook that says travel. I have a notebook that says, what I'm saying? And so all over the place sometimes I kind of got to carry a book bag, and that's not, what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass woman. I can't really carry around my book bag everywhere I go because that's not cute. So it's like I'm excited about this planner, the Mom Boss planner. Because I have twins also, so with the twins, I have a boy and a girl, so they like different stuff, and they might want to do different stuff, and especially with sports coming up or whatever. My son is now saying he wants to play football, so he'll be playing football, and now they'll be doing cheerleading, so that's 2 different things. They do modeling, which even though they do it together in the same school, they have different assignments, because one is a boy and one is a girl. So this plan is going to be real dope for me. I'm excited about it. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
We love y'all.
So she knows the struggle. Look. She has 4.
And Brittany got 3.
Wait, she got 3 or 4?
It's Cameron, Aria, and
That's cute.
I think it's I'm gonna pronounce the daughter's name wrong.
We saw
It's like Kaya, I think, or Kayla. Type it in there.
My niece here, y'all, Queen Lexi. Hey, Queen Lexi, girl.
So I'm trying to think. I got Cam, Aria.
For Brittany, we gonna type it in and see if it's right.
Kaya. I said it right.
Hey, we got it. No, we got it right. So, I guess I'll speak a little bit on some of my. Oh yeah, that is. We definitely fucked that up.
I said
I'm sorry.
My bad.
We sorry. She got 3. But my goals for 2018, it's actually brand new for me because are we saying it wrong, Brittany?
K.
Like Kaya or K?
I think it's K.
She said K.
Or something. She laughing at us. We trying
on the struggle bus of pronunciation.
We trying to get them names right because we not Caucasian. We ain't gonna try to get her no little nickname. We gonna say it right. I want people to say my name right, so we gonna say her name right, y'all. I have been called so many different names just with my little 4 letters. Yes, Kaya.
Okay.
But yeah, my goals are different for me this year because, as most of you know, I began my self-mastery brand, Ancestral Legacy, last year. And I actually just started that in November. I was giving my healing services freelance for a while. And I actually just started doing that last year. So I decided in November to go ahead and make that a brand as well because most people know me for my fashion brand, which is Beautiful Elevation. I have lots of things in store for that as well this year. I don't want to speak on too much just yet because I want to, give y'all something to be looking forward to. But as far as with the fashion brand, y'all just look out for some extra stuff with that. For Ancestral Legacy, we will be at the Winter Circles pop-up shop on March 3rd, hosted by Myasia, and I think the other girl's name is Tyandra. I'm sorry, I don't want to mess up her name, okay? But I'm going to just say Myasia and friends because I don't want to mess up y'all names. I love y'all. I'll see y'all out there. This is a new chain that I made. So we'll have these new chains and chokers coming out this year because I kind of upgraded them a little bit from last year. Thank you so much, girl. I just want to say thank you to everyone coming through, showing us love. Share this video. Just a little background. I want to say I actually met Heather on Facebook, y'all. I met Heather on Facebook just one day last year. Raven, we might have been having like one of those discussions that we have. You know how Facebook discussions get. We be going in. We was going in on something or somebody collectively. And Raven, shout out to my sis, Raven, the creator of the Melanin Mama.
Hey.
Just a little round of applause for my Raven. But yeah, Raven, I think tagged Heather under my post or something, and we kind of tag teamed whoever or whatever we was going in on. But we went in on somebody for like maybe an hour. I swear it seemed like. And I actually met. It's so funny, y'all, because God really puts in alignment into your path who you need to be around.
Yes.
I met Leah at a job last year, y'all. The last job that I had was this place called CSC, and I have not worked since March. I met Leah at this job, y'all. Leah was pregnant.
And we hit it off immediately.
Yes. I absolutely love Leah. And then the sickest part about it is just a few months after that, Raven started working at an apartment complex with Leah. So we all ended up back in the same space once again. Then Leah moved down the street from me.
It was destiny.
Yes.
It was destiny.
Everything that is happening right now, I just want to give a little side note because I know most of us are going through something. It was a hell of a fucking year last year. Yeah, 2017 was a very, very hard year for lots of people.
#stressful.
It was a time where we all had to learn the art of surrender.
Yeah.
Surrendering and letting go of a lot of shit that no longer served us. It was material stuff. It was physical things. It was emotional things. It was so much stuff that people just had to let go of. And for a lot of people, it was painful to let this stuff go. It almost felt like, it kind of felt like punishment for some people. But so many people that I encountered, I had to express to them that this was not a time of punishment. It was a time of clearing your path. When you're trying to manifest something new into your life, and you want new and greater things, you want everything to be different, you want to be a traumatic difference in what you already been through or what you was going through in the past. So what you had to do or what was happening for us was Source and God came to clear everything out our way to make room for what we wanted that was new. Yeah. So life is completely different from me than it was 2 months ago. Yeah. Life is different from me than it was a week ago. And I know it was hard. Yeah. But if y'all are like me and y'all have faith and y'all like these ladies and y'all have faith.
Hey, Ravi.
Hey, sis.
Hey, girl.
We wish to talk about you, girl. But just know that so many things are about to just spring forth in newness for y'all. Yeah. Newness is happening. I know that the Gregorian calendar says it's the new year or whatever, but
it starts in the spring.
Right. For those who follow nature, if you paying attention to how things flow in the world, everything is still dead and everything is still sweet. So ain't nothing new coming until March. Mm-hmm. So remember that. Keep in mind how your lives change and how many things start to just miraculously become so much better when the spring comes. just watch and wait on that. We're gonna get back to our goals and what our actions are. We need you to tell us about this vision board party, because it's coming up.
Vision board party is coming up. So I was sitting down thinking, manifesting, and I was like, yo, I want to do a vision board party, because I wanted to do one last year and at the beginning of the year, and that was a flop. And then I was like, you know what? I want to do a mid-year vision board party, because that's not something that really a lot of people do. Like, you know, look at your vision board from the beginning of the year, see what you accomplished, and if you haven't accomplished what you wanted to, put that on your mid-year. So I am still going to do the beginning of the year, which is going to be on January 28th. It's going to be at my home. It's a potluck vision board party. So basically, I'm going to provide the vision board stuff, and then everybody just has to bring a plate. And for this particular time, it's going to be a private invite. However, next year is going to be in a public space where everybody is free to come. Probably have it at the public library or something like that. So that's definitely going to be on my vision board for next year, to go ahead and plan ahead. And then I'm also going to do a mid-year vision board party.
I think that's going to be
so yeah. And I think what I might even do is have the mid-year vision board party in a local space and have more people come. So because I don't,
spring, summer.
Yeah, it'll be spring, summer. You know, things are going to be flourishing and coming in. And I want a lot of people to realize that just because you didn't do it at the beginning of the year does not mean that you don't have time to do it for the rest of the year.
Right.
So, I mean, if you want to make a vision board every single month for what you want to achieve for the month, it's up to you. It's just making sure that you're staying consistent with it. That's the biggest thing. I know for me, one of my biggest goals, like I said, was making sure that my blog is going to be really, really launching out. So, of course, that's going to be on my vision board. But I'm excited. I'm super excited about the vision board party. You know, y'all are invited.
Yes.
So I'm going to be making my famous vegan lasagna. So that's going to be fun. And then people just going to bring food, and then everybody's just going to kind of fellowship and have fun together, and really just help each other with their goals. And another thing I want to do is, even though you're making your own personal vision board party, you're making your own personal vision board, I want everybody to stay connected with each other, so that way we can hold each other accountable.
Yes.
So it's like, hey, Asia's goals are this, and this.
Let's check in.
So let me in 2 weeks check on her and say, hey, what have you done to get to this goal?
Partner.
Or something like that. Just take one vision from each vision board, write it onto a piece of paper, and then stay in touch with that person. Right. Because a lot of times when we're trying to achieve something, we don't have the support.
Right.
And
I think that's
difficult.
The biggest difference between, especially for a lot of people, because I have a lot of people try to hit me with the, oh, I'm not you. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves, because the thing is, you really don't know me. You don't know who is supporting me, or who is there to keep me on track, or if I'm keeping myself on track, or if I'm going crazy. You really don't know any of those things. So I think that it makes all the difference, between one person who's, I say, may be unmotivated to get their goals done versus us over here. Because I won't even say it seems like, for me, like I said, the whole year was a time of surrendering and letting go. I'm so completely surrounded by brand new people, y'all, than I was 2 years ago. Everybody around me at this point is an entrepreneur and has goals and are doing things to make sure they get themselves together, that the goals that they want to accomplish in their life are getting handled. And I feel like that makes a complete difference in my work ethic as a person, because 3 years ago I'm around a bunch of people who I'm saying, oh, that's my sis, but sis ain't shared not one post of mine. Not one post, y'all. Not one post. Sis is not calling to say, did you get that dress done, Asia? Sis is calling to say, do you want to go to the party? And no, I don't want to go to the party, because I might have some damn homework that you ain't asked me, did I finish or not? So the group of people that I'm surrounded by now are different, because we don't talk about nothing but our goals. So it's not even, hey, did you finish such and such? It's that every time we're talking, our conversation consists of those goals anyway. So it's like, with my friends now, I'm excited. I'm kind of a nerd, so I get excited when I learn new stuff. I get excited when I finish new books and stuff. So I'm hitting up sis, texting her like, bro, I just finished the ISIS papers. It went like this. This is what I learned. And, I guess they're sharing that excitement with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And because they're sharing that excitement with me, learning new stuff and doing new things does not get boring. Y'all, we in the Melanin. Let me tell you something about this freaking wonderful group that my sister started, the Melanin Mama.
Y'all.
The Melanin Mama is so popping, y'all. It's so popping.
It's a family.
This one of the mamas, Tay, and I'm saying Tay because her name is T-E something on Facebook. So I'm going to just say Tay, okay? Tay posted a bed in the Melanin Mama like 2 weeks ago. A bed that she built, y'all. Shorty is popping. She was she did the blueprints from scratch. She drew them up with pencil. She didn't even draft that shit up on the computer because she was saying that she didn't have the materials to do it at that point in time. But she does draft blueprints on the computer, so hit her up for those. But then there was Lacey, or her name on Facebook is Lashee Jones, and she commented in there talking about being a marketing manager. So you know me, I'm in there with my little eyes like, so you know marketing, because I need help with marketing. So we get in each other's inbox, and this is just strictly from word of mouth, networking with each other, just tribalship. The fucking Melanin Mama is a tribe. It's a tribe. 5,000 strong, or damn near 5,000 if they hit 5,000. Right, so it's 5,000 women strong, just straight black women. And just based off this little conversation that we had in the comment section, y'all, Lacey has been in my inbox, y'all, working on business plans for me, marketing plans, asking me all the questions that I need to be answered in order for me to make my business plan. She's asking me things that, I may have thought about, but I didn't think about them on the level that she thinks about them because she has a business degree. I never went to school for this, y'all. I know the creative sides of things. I do things that fuel my passion, but it's not necessarily that I know anything about the business aspect. I don't. I'm learning as I go. If I knew business, y'all, 3 years ago, I would be popping 3 years ago. And it's fine with me because everything happens in divine timing. So I'm not rushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to rush myself. I'm not going to rush my product because my goal is to always bring quality to y'all. I know it's people out there who may sell the same thing that I sell, but they're not putting as much love and intent into their product as I am. I don't want to come out and bring y'all no bullshit. I don't want to offer you no half-ass service. I don't want to offer you no half-ass choker that's going to break tomorrow. I'm not finna sell you no painted crystals, bruh. I'm not doing that. So sometimes it may take me a little longer than the next person. I may not have it wholesale. You know what I'm saying? I may not have it by tomorrow. But whatever I do have for you, or whatever I am producing for you, is going to be quality. And without these women just literally showing up, popping up, just from talking, just from us being in the comment section, I still wouldn't be having that part, down. I still would not have that part down. I would still be out here looking for somebody to help me with my business plan. But months ago, I started asking sources to send me who I needed. I need you to send me the business partner I need. I need you to send me somebody who gonna help me with my business plan, because it gets frustrating and you get discouraged when you start, you out here searching and you looking so much, and every time you find somebody that you think is good for the job, they let you down, because that ain't who the hell is supposed to be in your space. That person ain't supposed to be in your space. That's the same conversation having the Melanin Mama all the time, or that I have with women, period, all the time. Just like when I'm telling you, don't force no relationship. It's not your job to be out here looking for Boaz. Ain't no goddamn Boaz. I hate that whole scenario.
Didn't Boaz die like?
I don't even know, girl.
I think he died like a couple of days later afterwards.
Girl, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
but we not gonna go there.
I should have had me a teacup.
But you know, the thing is, just the same way we telling y'all, because this is the best analogy I can give. So that's the only reason we gonna use men. So just same way we telling y'all, don't go out there and search for no man. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be being yourself. Be yourself and be all of that. Be that person that you're expecting him to be, and then that person will be attracted to you. The law of attraction works like you kind of manifest what you're feeling and what you're thinking.
Yep.
So if you thinking or you dwelling in the bad feelings that you had and the disappointment that you had from getting let down by Tanika because she ain't did what you needed her to do. You know what I'm saying? If you dwell too long in that, that's the same feeling you gonna attract back again. So say Tanika let you down, you feel disappointed. So you just spent 4 or 5 days wallowing in your damn disappointment. You just attracting more disappointment. But instead, if you had just accepted the fact that Tanika wasn't the person for you and she wasn't the person who you needed to be, it's like, okay. I mean, I know it's hard, but it's like, really, just shrug your shoulders. Like, okay, that wasn't the person. So now we're just going to wait. Maybe the lesson for me is I just need to sit and wait.
Yeah.
I did not search for these people, y'all. I did not search for these people.
Yeah.
Y'all, this YouTube show, or this show was supposed to start 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to start on the 1st.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was supposed to start on the 1st. It was supposed to start on the 1st. It was supposed to start with my other beautiful partner. Other things happened.
Yeah.
And she said in my face, y'all, and she said, Asia, you know how Rihanna, this is the analogy she gave me, y'all, and I started crying, but I ain't gonna cry today. She said, you know Rihanna, right? There was a whole bitch behind Rihanna who made Rihanna.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all see these memes of Rihanna and her best friend all the time, and motherfuckers be mad. The only thing Rihanna's best friend got to do is be her best friend. Mm-hmm. You don't understand that Rihanna's best friend is the one who told Rihanna she could be Rihanna.
Yeah.
Y'all, my friend said in my face and said, I'm that girl. I have all of these gifts and talents, but I don't feel like they're for me. I feel like they're for someone else.
You know what?
I said, no, friend, your talents are for you, but you may feel like that your talents are meant for you to help me with. And she said, well, that's what I'm saying. And so now you see me sitting here hosting the show by myself.
A lot of people don't understand, and I kid you not, I had to come to grips with this. And I know this is another reason why, like,
y'all, I did not search for Raven either. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I seen that.
I did not search for Raven, y'all.
Yeah. 3
years ago when that flood hit South Carolina, I stayed in Willow Creek Apartments, y'all. I woke up to the water knee high to my fucking legs, y'all. That shit was to my knees. And the twins was in the house with me. Do you know? I don't even know who the fuck sent Raven to my inbox. But Raven was in my inbox, y'all, asking me because she sent me money. She was, the girl didn't even know my name. I did not know Raven, y'all. I met Raven because Raven God sent her to me. She was in fucking somewhere. Kuwait. She was in Kuwait. Y'all,
yeah, she was deployed.
She was not here when I met her. Yeah. I think she sent me $700 or $800. I don't know. She sent me a lot of money though. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to make sure me and my twins was straight, even though she didn't know me. Raven did not know me from a can of paint, y'all. But if it had not been for Raven, when that flood happened, I wouldn't have been back in my own place in 2 weeks. I would have been on my auntie couch. So you have to. The reason that I go so hard, because a lot of people don't really understand my passion. Yeah. The reason I go so hard is because, y'all, everybody who is around me, who I go hard for, was sent into my life. I did not search for these people. They found me, bro. I can't cry today. I'm gonna let y'all talk together. Life is amazing, y'all. Y'all have to really believe in yourself. The difference between me and Shanae down the street is Shanae don't believe she's magical.
Right.
It don't mean Shanae is not magical. It doesn't mean that she doesn't have the opportunity or she doesn't have the ability to manifest whatever the fuck she want to manifest. It just means she don't believe she can. So that's the difference between me and her. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. I'm gonna get this back over to Heather.
But no, like, don't cry.
I'm not crying.
But the one thing about it was that, and I had a conversation with Eric. Eric is my husband, by the way. But I had a conversation with I'm sorry.
I love you, Aria.
But I was having a conversation with my husband because I was like, yo, like, I was always that person. I'm a Leo. So attention is what I love. I will do anything for attention. Or let me correct that. I used to do anything for attention. Like, if it was going to give me attention, I was going to do it. And I remember, like, having that conversation with my husband, and everybody around me was successful. Asia was doing her thing. Raven was doing her thing. My friend Gabby was doing her thing. Everybody was kind of like climbing up the ladder, and I was kind of like, I felt like I was still at the bottom. And I was sitting, I was meditating, and I said, you know what? I said, what is my problem? That was what my meditation was on. What is my problem? And whenever I did the meditation, of like just a quick picture kind of like flashed in my mind, and it was me, and it was like on a TV set, but it was like everybody who were my friends were on the screen, and then I was like in the back holding a paper clip. And I thought to myself, I said, a lot of times you can be some of the most talented people in the world, but the show does not go on unless there is somebody in the back directing it.
Right.
It has to be somebody there to work the cameras, somebody there to yell cut. There has to be somebody there to edit it, somebody there to do all these different things. And I use a show because a lot of people don't realize that it's the people on the screen, and they're getting the limelight, but it's the people that are behind the scenes that are making it possible. And I had to say, you know what? I'm that behind the scenes friend. Mm-hmm. I'm that person that's like, yo, do it. And I'm like pushing you out there and telling you to do it. And a lot of people don't realize is that the people that are behind the scenes in a movie set are typically the people that get paid the most. Mm-hmm. But in my case, I'm the person that benefits from it the most, because it's like I'm there to be like, yo, I pushed you out there, mm-hmm. you did it, now I need to find somebody else to push. And then eventually, you know, I'm like being inspired by like all of y'all, and y'all just don't realize, like, I be like stalking y'all on Facebook and on Instagram, all kind of stuff. I read every single post, I read every single status. I make sure that I'm always like available to talk to. Like, anybody who knows me knows that if you text me, I'm going to text back immediately.
She does, y'all.
I kid you not. I don't care where I'm at. I could be in the bathroom, y'all. I'll be holding a full-blown conversation on the toilet.
I do that.
And it's like, but I'm always, and I had a blog post and I never posted it. It was called The Unknown Friend. And it was talking about me, you know, being that friend that like nobody really knows about. But I'm like the most important friend because you don't know about me. Because it's like if you try somebody, you just going to get a left hook out of nowhere. You're never going to see it coming. But that's one of the beauties about having friendships and, you know, just having people around you that are doing things that you need to be doing. Like there's not a time that I don't talk to Asia and she's like, how that blog coming? There's not a time I don't talk to Raven, how that blog coming? I'm like, y'all getting my goddamn nerve. I just thought on blog, but then eventually, I'm working on that blog, and I've been, you know, just
Chastity said post it.
I am going to post it. That's probably going to be my next post. It's called The Unknown Friend.
That's actually really,
I like that title.
Yeah.
Yes, because I feel like it's so every group has an unknown friend.
Yeah.
You know how they have like those little scenario. Well, we ain't gonna say white people, but you know how some people. Them people have their their friendship dynamic. Like, you know that movie The Duff? Y'all heard of that movie?
I never seen it.
Y'all, the movie is the funniest shit possible. Y'all need to watch that. And the only reason I wanted to watch it because when I saw the previews on the commercial, they kept saying that Duff stood for designated ugly fat friend. So the friend don't technically have to be ugly or fat. But the friend, you're considered the Duff if you happen to have dope ass Barbie doll looking friends around you. You might be the only one that's a tomboy, you know,
or
that type of thing. Basic. So you the most basic one to everybody else,
right,
out the group. So the Duff in that movie was the girl, they would always come to the friend to ask about the pretty friends. So they coming to this girl always asking questions and stuff, and she thinking they want to take her on a date, girl. No, they trying to get the information for her two pretty ass friends, right? So you now have these people have their little friendship dynamics. You know what I'm saying? They got like the cool friend, they got like the best friend, and they got like the, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we all have that, but we don't really analyze what positions we play. You know what I'm saying? But if everybody understood where their position is, nobody would ever, it would never be a point where women felt jealous of each other or anybody felt left out, because we will understand what our roles are. Like, I'm on a piggyback off one of the topics in the Melanin Mama recently was something about self-esteem or something, right? Yeah. So there was something about self-esteem or something. So y'all, it's so funny because I feel like it applies to all Black women. Most all of us were ugly as shit growing up. Okay, we was some ugly ass kids. We was ugly. When I was, we're older, so you know what I'm saying. We did not grow up in a generation where the kids were 17 and we had on makeup and weaves and shit. We did not. Our prom pictures did not look like they prom pictures. Okay, these girls be looking like the fucking award shows and some shit.
I thought
we did not look like, girl. We thought we was fine. No, we was not compared to these kids, girl. We was not fine. We was ugly. We was some ugly ducklings. So imagine, you know what I'm saying, how many of us actually grew up feeling like we was the ugly friend. I actually grew up feeling like I was the ugly friend.
I was the ugly friend.
Y'all, let me tell you how funny this is.
I was the ugly friend.
Shut up, Raven. Shit. Not me, no ugly faces. Don't pay, nobody care, because I definitely had ugly faces. I was a boy until like fucking high school.
I was a boy.
Yeah, I was a boy. I grew up with two older brothers. Like, I'm the only girl. You know what I'm saying? I was a boy to like high school, so I didn't know how to not be a boy. I'm still learning the dynamics of girls. Shit, I didn't even.
I'm done with you.
I mean, I'm serious. I swear to God, y'all. Like, I didn't learn that. You know how your mama and your grandma them teach you, if your daddy asks you, do you got some money, you say no? Y'all, I swear to God, I never learned that shit until I had female friends. Who the fuck? Ain't nobody ever taught me no shit like that. Ever. Like, that's some girl shit. You know what I'm saying?
Actually deleted the whole album. I was trying to find my prom picture, y'all, but
imagine, because at this point in time, or especially during like these teenage years that we had our ugly duckly moments, a lot of us fell out with our friends all the time because we felt like one of the friends was closer than the other one, or you know what I'm saying, they was treating me like such and such, you know, and you didn't really understand. But now that we're grown, we understand. Like Heather said, Heather may feel like she the unknown friend, even though we fucking know her. Shit, she might feel like she the unknown friend, but she understands that her position in our lives is irreplaceable. Without her, I would feel a little lost, because she's a very encouraging person. So imagine that I done got used to having her there. Like, let me text sis and tell her this is what I made, so she can get an opinion. Imagine if I did not have that. That shit would be, that's a detrimental part of my life. Like, I don't know if she know, but that is a detrimental part of my life in my creation process. Like, like, you know, it's Raven. Raven is very fucking, she's an inspiration to my life. Like,
Raven is the pusher.
Imagine if I did not have that pusher. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine if I didn't have someone, if I didn't have Leah over here. Like, we need to do something for the moms, because Leah got 4 children, y'all. I feel like I had a lot going on. I only got 2. She's motivated. It's a struggle. I only have 2 children. I only have the twins.
It's like the motivator. Raven's the person that holds everybody accountable.
Yes.
And then I'm like the person that's just super optimistic. That's like, it's gonna be okay.
Right.
Because I believe in you.
And it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
And I'm that friend that's gonna tell you what the fuck you don't want to hear, but it's what you needed to hear.
I like those kind of friends.
Yeah. I'm the friend that sometimes you might feel like I got on your fucking nerves, but later on you're gonna understand what I was saying was for your best, not for, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a yes man friend.
Yeah.
I cannot yes man you, because in order for me to yes man you, I feel like that will stunt your growth. Yeah. So if I want you to grow and be better and reflect on what you got going on, or reflect and see and learn the lesson from the situation you're in, I have to tell you like it is. Like, it's no way for me You know what I'm saying? If I don't tell you like it is, it's basically me condoning whatever it is that you're doing. So therefore, you never feel like you're wrong, and you never take accountability or responsibility for nothing that you do. And then you just end up like, or then I would end up, you know what I'm saying, watching you repeat the same cycle over and over and making the same mistakes. And then I ain't gonna want to be your friend no more.
Or then that person will get mad and be like, well, why didn't you say anything?
Because you told me, right, you ain't want to hear it. Like, I'm not, that's the biggest reason probably that I can't be a yes man, because I ain't gonna watch you keep making the same mistakes, especially if, because you ain't gonna keep coming to tell me the same thing. You can't, girl, you come to me with the same goddamn shit 3 times. I'm gonna be like, girl, what the fuck I told you the first time? The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Don't come fucking complain. If you cannot complain to me about motherfucking thing, if you don't want to do something, change it.
Can I go and keep this
No. Sorry. Just a little bitty interruption. But yeah. I think one of the most important things about having goals is having that crew behind you to make sure that those goals are happening. Like, if you don't have a tribe, bro, you lost.
Get you one.
You need to find one.
And another good thing to know is, along your journey and while you know what I'm saying, accomplishing your goals or you're working towards those goals, it's okay to fall the fuck down. It's okay to fail. It's very okay to fail. If you don't fail, you don't learn.
Yep. So, it's not a failure if you learn something from it.
I don't really consider anything failing, because when you do something wrong, it's only the opportunity to show you that ain't gonna work. So now you can check some shit off your list and say, no, that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So now you move on to the next one. Exactly. I'm not a damn mockingbird. I'm only gonna say this shit once, maybe twice. 3 times is a no.
It's a hashtag. It's
hell
a
no. It's a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. Who used to say that? Randy? It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, Randy Jackson on
it's a no for me.
On thing.
American Idol.
Yes.
I was gonna say, so you think you can dance?
That ain't right. Was he on something?
What am I thinking about?
So you think you can dance? Does that have?
I used to watch.
Does that have judges?
Yeah.
Everything got judges nowadays, y'all. We can't keep up.
Yeah.
I don't watch any of those shows.
Me, I just don't.
I don't care about whether you can dance or not.
Cause
the only time I actually watched So You Think You Can Dance was when the little black boy, Keita the Great, was on there, and he was doing like the little dance thing. Cause like that is my son in my head. Like I follow him on every social media thing, girl, and I know he's for real. And I know that's like it's slightly pedophilish, but it's not like that. It's just like I really
it's not pedophilish. Do not say that again.
Right? It's like this little boy can dance, and like I'm a dancer at heart. Like I love to dance. Nobody may not believe me, but I actually really love to dance. I watch Bring It and Dance Moms and all those good little shows.
I really absolutely love that.
Yeah, I watch that.
I'm sorry, because Nala be having me in here with her YouTube on when we're doing her dance videos.
My 8-year-old.
Like if y'all don't know, I will buck it down. DD4L.
Broke it down.
She said she gonna buck it down.
I just dance.
So hilarious.
But listen,
I ain't got no sense.
We was popping though back in the, let me tell you something. Back in our day, we were doing like real dancing. So we was like chicken heading it up. What was this dance called?
I've never seen that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what is that?
Raven used to do
what is this called?
Raven.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what that was called. We had like Zoom. We had
lean with it, rock. Then meet me in the
trash. Pancake, y'all.
Damn.
Chastity, you made that up. I don't know that dance. I don't know that dance. What is pancake? You know that? Oh no, that's the name of it? This the pancake?
How's that pancake?
I don't know.
That's how I remember the washing machine.
Oh yeah. How you do the washing machine?
I don't know.
It was this right here. It was something with
with
Selena and her daddy, remember?
Oh yeah.
With the hips. With the hips around in a circle. That's what it was. The washing machine.
She said yes.
Non-existent hips.
Girl, I ain't never where you from, girl? I ain't never heard of that name. Peanut butter jelly.
Oh, I heard
that was a good one. That was
butterfly.
We had butterfly, but that was before our time. We just happened to still do it. It actually was technically before our
She's from
time.
Memphis.
Oh yeah, you can always do
She said she from Memphis.
Memphis and
Girl
the
from
Arrows.
Birmingham. I ain't never heard that.
But you know what? One of the dances, like people don't realize, like the whole, what's the little thing? Like I just want to roll with the Dab Ranch thing. All of that stemmed from Soldier Boy.
Tell them.
Thank you.
Now watch
I
me.
can't with
Was
that
that
song.
Soldier Boy? You crack that Soldier Boy. You.
And is he saying Dab of Ranch?
Soldier Boy.
Yes, I think it's not a Dab of Ranch.
Watch me roll.
What
Watch
is
me
it?
crack
Dab like
Soulja
that?
Boy,
Look,
this
like Dab
Superman.
of Ranch.
Watch me. I just wanna rolly with a Dab Ranch.
Yeah, it's Dab
Like
of
Dab.
Ranch.
I
thought
already got.
Dipping in some ranch. Is that what you mean?
No,
No, he wants to.
he want to dab.
He wants to dab with the Rolex.
Oh.
We old, y'all.
Oh.
Clearly.
Clearly, I'm showing my age. I'm like,
Yes, okay, we trying. They talking about yes, Dab of Ranch. Leah said she thought she was gonna dip it in the ranch.
She told me, I just want to roll in.
Oh, dip in some ranch.
see how much I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
But it's okay.
But yes, the goals and
This
the
is what happens
actions.
when you get 3 black women together. We get off
Girl.
topic.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we get talking and get
I'm
off
having
topic
fun.
because we
It's
popping,
flowing.
right?
I'm enjoying
It's
this.
flowing.
It's natural.
I enjoy everything about us.
Yeah.
I enjoy black people. I mean, I enjoy white people too sometimes.
Okay.
I enjoy people. We'll just say that. Okay, we'll fix it. I enjoy people, you guys.
I like people. I love all people.
I like some people. Something.
I love
So-
everybody, y'all, for real.
Tell us what y'all goals are.
Yeah, we want to hear from you,
Michelle and
the audience.
Chastity. Tell us what y'all goals are for the year. What y'all
You know
doing?
what? We should have had like a little hotline if people could like
Call us.
You know, people, y'all
On
call.
the hotline. No, you're not Pretty Ricky yet. Just because they coming back out don't mean you can bring back out
Oh,
their
they
own.
I'm
coming
so
back
excited.
out.
Girl, I saw that on the what is it that he on? Who? That Pleasure People.
Oh, Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Cause he
Yes.
on with that girl that's real wretched. Who was going with Lil Scrappy.
Oh, Shay.
I know she is funny.
I like you, Chastity.
I know that's right. Shay.
She is funny.
What is it called?
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't watch Love and Hip
She
Hop.
played on Love. I mean, she played on
Buggy.
Flavor. She played on
Buggy? Shay Johnson?
That's her.
Mm.
I wasn't a Pretty Ricky fan.
But she
Oh my
really
God, I
cussed
got
out
all
that
the
boy
albums.
though.
Oh, I agree.
She said she got all the albums. I only
I
know
grew up
about
in a
one.
really-
Or
I grew
two.
up in a really tight
Yeah.
knit Christian home, so Pretty Ricky was not happening.
Oh yeah, because we was in high school, bro. So
Yeah, no, that I
I'm
knew all of
older
the
than y'all. I'm
edited,
like high school.
what wasn't we in high
I'm
school when
been
that
telling
came
my
out?
age.
like maybe middle school going into high school.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like ninth grade.
yeah.
I was out of high school.
Hey Siri.
You know what? I'm through with you. You made me feel 12.
Hey Siri.
I'm like, I was going to Midland Tech when I got that first album.
When did Pretty Ricky's first album come out?
She's talking about not the white people. I cannot, Michelle.
Released on the 17th of May, 2005.
Yep.
2005.
Just graduated
I
high
was
school.
in
I'm middle school. I didn't get into. I was in ninth grade
I had
in
it.
2007, bro.
Yeah, I
Leave me
definitely
alone.
wasn't listening to that.
I
During
wasn't.
that time.
I guess I didn't get to him till like ninth grade. My goal is to go back to school and
Aw.
become a midwife so I can help my friend with her birthing business.
That's
I know
awesome.
that's right.
That is so popping. I wish that we had more black women who wanted to be midwives and doulas because I don't necessarily agree with that hospital birthing thing. 6 years ago when I had my kids, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, anything that I know now. But it was a terrible experience for me. My experience was not cool. I literally have, health things that have happened to me because of having a hospital birth. So I wish there were more women who want to be doulas like you, Chastity. Salute to you. Salute to you. Can you be a traveling midwife, please? Because
Right,
we
yes.
ain't in Memphis.
And then Brittany has Belly
Belly to Babies.
which she's a doula.
In North Carolina based doula.
She's gonna be my doula.
Yes, she gonna travel. She just don't know yet. save $6,000 so I can go to New York,
I like her.
New Orleans.
New Orleans in June and get mentally connected with my roots.
I know that's right.
Girl, no, you
I
need
just-
to be going to New Orleans in July with us on our girls trip and get mentally connected with us in our
We're
group.
gonna have a conversation after this.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to be coming to New Orleans in July.
I think
July 5th through the 8th, and it's a whole lot less than $6,000. You need to be inboxing me about that.
I'm
Yeah.
about to inbox you now.
You sitting next to me. Do not inbox me. Do not inbox me, Leah. Chastity,
Always
you
want to go
inbox
there.
me. It's for a class. Okay, well, yes. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to inbox you because I know that there are some sources that do holistic scholarships. So that is a holistic service, you know what I'm saying? So you probably can look up some holistic scholarships. Look at her. Why is y'all just getting me off guard and shit? Yes, but yeah, y'all. I will go ahead and throw this at the end. So I am doing a girls trip to New Orleans for the Essence Fest this year. All my wonderful black women will be there with me because sometimes we want to turn up too. We don't have to always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're here talking about goals, but I feel like black women, especially the most, do not get to just enjoy each other. So I put together this girls trip for us so that, and I made it affordable in a way that all of us could afford to get there together. We will all be able to stay in the same house. We are not sleeping two to a bed. It's plenty rooms in this goddamn mansion. It's popping, y'all. It is popping. The place that we found is popping. I have some people in New Orleans getting us set up with all the little events that are happening there. We have a model or two. I think it's 2 models that's going with us, but I know for sure it's one model that's going with us who is walking at a fashion show down there that weekend, and so we'll be going to that fashion show to support her as well. If anybody is as far as business women, if y'all want to get vending spots or volunteer for that fashion show, y'all let me know about that as well. But we could definitely make this a situation where you can make your money back. You know what I'm saying? Because I plan to make my money back while I'm down there. So I know that everybody, when they start to think about what they want to do for themselves and how they consider them not being able to do it for themselves, is they talk about or they think about how much money it costs. So think about not how much money it costs, but how much money can you gain back? This is Essence Fest, y'all. It's going to be so many people down here.
Okay.
Girl, I am so with you,
Chastity.
And with the budget that I came up with, we would have, if everybody, all 13 slots get filled, we would have enough to pay for all of the groceries for the weekend. So all we need to do is go to the grocery store. We can cook at the house, and if you want to go out, you know what I'm saying, you would have money for that. But other than that, we can fucking eat at this house. It's a huge mansion, and we would just need the groceries.
We might find somebody.
Michelle, you definitely need to come because it's July 5th through the 8th, I think that's the weekend that it is.
Find somebody with some EBT.
Girl, we could do whatever we want to do, but I just want to let y'all know that this will be a weekend of fun for us, but it's so many opportunities to make your money back. So just because you're thinking fun don't mean that it's, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be able to make your money back. Let's read these goals. So, Raven, my goals are to expand the Melanin Mama off of Facebook and cultivate it, to have an active podcast, to buy a house for my family, to continue to grow in love and marriage, and to make more deposits than withdrawals. Yeah, I know that's right.
Come through, sis.
Make more deposits than withdrawals. I'm so with that shit.
Yes.
But the Melanin Mama has already grown off of Facebook, so I just want to throw that out there, okay, people? Woo-hoo. Follow the Melanin Mama on Instagram. Follow the Melanin Mama on Pinterest. Is there a Twitter?
I don't know if there's a Twitter, but there is a. Oh, you already said Instagram.
I said Instagram.
I got excited.
Okay, and no, the Melanin Mama is also having a clothing drive for moms and kids. It's called Back to Basics Clothing Drive. It'll be here in Columbia, February 28th or 4th? 24th. February 24th. So y'all get with us, get with Raven, get with Heather, get with anybody, you know what I'm saying? We'll be able to get y'all the information.
The 411.
There is a Twitter. Follow the Melanin Mama on Twitter too, y'all.
So yeah, definitely making sure that it's Back to Basics Mommy and Baby Drive. It's going to have raffles for strollers, car seats, got pack and play, mommy education, Of course, you can donate if you are not able to come. You can definitely donate. We do have a website, www.melaninmama.com. And you can contact Mrs. Eliza Hilton through her email to get more information about that drive. And it's going to be here in the hometown of Columbia, South Carolina.
There will be some future Back to Basics drives in other cities. We just haven't gotten those put together yet. If there is somebody who wants something like that done in their city, please hit Raven up so she can get it done for y'all. And get it coordinated for y'all as well. Hello.
Yeah.
My mom just came in, you guys. And my aunt. But this one. Oh Lord, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all.
Don't lean back.
We sorry. Hold on. Okay, we back in there.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about 2 really quick books that are really great. I am a fan of Deepak Chopra. He is an amazing author. He wrote a really great book. I love listening to audiobooks because I don't really like to read like that unless I'm at work. So I listen to audiobooks.
I like paper.
And this is called The Book of Secrets. It's unlocking the hidden dimensions of your life.
She came with food. Yeah, she did.
By Deepak Chopra. It looks just like this. This is a really great book to read. Another one by Deepak Chopra is called The Third Jesus, The Christ That We Cannot Ignore. That is an amazing book. So if you ever get a chance to read that book, that is awesome. This is a personal favorite. I struggled a lot with anxiety and being very timid and scared. And this book is called Breaking Intimidation, Say No Without Feeling Guilty, Be Secure Without the Approval of Man by John Bevere. It is kind of like Christian based. However, anybody can learn from this book. It really helps you with being assertive without being nasty, making sure that you can say, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. And it's just a really great book. And journaling.
Michelle
having a journal.
She's read a few of his books. He's amazing.
Yeah. And journaling, like making sure that you're writing down your thoughts and then going back and reading them. I'll never forget there was a time that I wrote down, I pretty much wrote and manifested what I wanted from my husband. And at the time, it was for a new car. And it was for a new car. And I kid you not, when I found it and I read it back, I like literally started crying. Because it was so detailed. I was like, I want an up-to-date car, low payments, the insurance is low. I wanted the car to have room to be able to do things, for it to be travel-friendly, like very, very, very specific. And then when we got it, we have a 2016 Toyota Corolla, a really great miles. It was only 6 miles on the car when we bought it. Wow. So we've had that car for about going on 2 years now, but it was just amazing to see me actually have it written down, and then it came into fruition. So now I'm like, bro, I'm about to start writing everything down now. So yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because I was about to speak on manifestation, especially with this episode being about goals, and her speaking on journaling, writing, and visualization is so very, very, very important to manifesting things. I know that when people try to do their research on the law of attraction and things, it mostly just says, you think what you attract what you think, and that's not necessarily true. Because first of all, your heart has a magnetic field that is 5,000 times stronger than your thought. Your mind, your brain is. So that means that your emotions have a bigger pull on your anything than your actual thoughts do. And yes, your emotions do influence what you're thinking about sometimes, but not really, because you can say that, or a lot of people have a conflict. A lot of people have a conflict when it comes to this type of thing, because it's like, oh yes, they may feel like they're a nice person, or they feel like they want to be loved, or that they're giving love, and but their thought process is so not on the same wave and not on the same frequency that you're sending out conflicting messages to the universe. So sometimes people get upset with me when I'm saying that you created your own reality. So you might be in a messed up situation. They get mad at me. I did not wish this on myself. I would never. I didn't say that you did it on purpose. I did not say that you did it on purpose. You're not doing it on purpose. You're not in the predicament that you are in right now that you don't necessarily agree with because you want to be. You're in it because you are thinking it. You're thinking it. You're feeling it. You are focused so much on what you don't want to happen that is what you're attracting. Instead of focusing on what you do want to happen and focusing on what you do want to feel like. So when I do manifestation rituals for people, I tell them, I write down their intent. I give them a guided meditation for that, that specific intent. But the most important things are you need to stay in the feeling and stay in the emotion that you want to attract. So your situation might necessarily be what you want it to be today, but you need to still be thinking about what you're going to feel like when you get there. Yeah. What do it look like? What do it smell like? What do it feel like in your fingers? What is it going to make your being feel like? Because as you focus on that, it's so much closer to you. It's coming to you so much faster because that's what your focus is on. But instead, y'all focus on how much money you don't got. Or how much your problems, how much your bills are, how much you don't have such and such. Why is you focused on why Tamika and her friends can go on a girl's trip and you've been knowing Tamika all your life? Why you can't go? Why it seems like she's doing so much better than you? Because she ain't focused on you. Right. She ain't taking her time to focus on what about you she don't like or what about her life that she don't like. She's focused on what she like about her life. What do she want about her life to go that way? She probably was thinking about that girl's trip for a whole year. And that girl's trip is now happening. But you spent a month, the month wondering why she could do it.
Right.
It's not your business.
And let me chime in and say, because I'm a researcher, there is a book. If you have a problem with manifesting things, there is a book. It's by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. How to lose your mind.
Great analogy.
And get a new one. And it literally teaches you it was literally just like you said, to actually, instead of saying, this is how it is, instead of it being like, oh, I need to make money. Great. That's a good start. But you need to put yourself in that situation. You already have money. You already have it.
I tell people all the time, go test drive the car, bro. Go drive around those rich-ass neighborhoods or go drive around the neighborhood that you want to live in, that you want to buy your house in, that you want to build your house in. Go to the freaking dealership and test drive the car that you want to test drive. I don't care if you can't afford it today, but you can still test drive it. But they can't say you can't.
Run your credit.
Yeah, just don't let them run your credit. But go test drive the car. Feel how it feels. How does the steering wheel feel on your hands? How do it make you feel when you going 95 miles an hour on the highway in that car? How do you feel? Does it make you feel excited? You know what I'm saying? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel joyous? Those are the feelings that you want to focus on. Stay on those feelings. Don't stay on the feeling, oh, I'm disappointed because I don't have it yet. And when you saying what you don't have, you need to always have a yet in there. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say that you should talk about it in a way like that at all. I don't talk about things in a way of what I don't got. I try not to talk about it like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you are, you need to put a yet in there. If you want it to ever happen, you need to put a yet in there. And I hate when people say they broke. Stop saying that you broke.
Yeah.
What you don't understand is, what a lot of people don't pay no attention to is that no matter what you believe in, who you praying to, they don't speak English. You don't have to open your mouth and tell them what you want to say.
Not at all.
They don't speak English, bruh. They speak telepathy. So what you're thinking in your mind is the thought that they hear. So just because you say it out loud, praise Jesus or, praise Allah or whoever, you know what I'm saying? If in your mind your thought is different, that ain't what you said out your mouth don't even matter.
Even if you're a Christian, or I won't even say Christian, even if you are a follower of the Messiah, it even tells you that you sin more in thought than you do in deed. You should take that and run with it. Because if they're saying that you sin more in thought than in deed, that means that your thoughts are actually more powerful than what you're actually doing. There have been several times where when it says pray without ceasing, it's literally thinking. if I'm thinking about something, sometimes I won't even say a word. I'll be like, please don't let this person come in here acting a fool. That's
a whole prayer.
That's a whole prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they're listening to. But, some people don't know that.
And when you're saying that I'm broke, you're not only simply saying, because it don't even make sense to say that I'm broke, because I'm broke don't have nothing to do with physical money. It doesn't even, the word broke does not even refer or apply to the sentence or any type of monetary anything. So when you saying you broke, you telling the universe, I'm broken, I'm broke, I don't have no money, I might have some broke bones, my spirit might be broke, my you know what I'm saying, my pride may be broken. You're saying that you're broken in so many ways, and then you don't understand why you feel bad.
Right. Or depressed.
Because you literally affirmed that you were broken. I am statements are so powerful. Stop saying that. Stop telling people. Stop telling yourself that you are broke. Do not say anything derogatory to yourself with an I am in front of it. Mm-hmm. Don't say anything derogatory to yourself at all. But do not affirm that you're broken. That is the most crazy thing I've ever heard. I know lots of people don't really pay attention to etymology, but the etymology of your language is something that everyone needs to know, especially since we all speak English. Yeah. English is the most recent language on the planet. It's the youngest language on the planet. Think about that. Yeah. Think about why they want all these foreign people to learn English. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Like, we're talking about goals. We're talking about what actions that you can put in place to get these goals done. A lot of these actions don't have to have anything with the goal. These actions can just be something that you implement within yourself. And it will have a difference. It will make all of the difference in the goals or the mindset that you have about completing anything at all. Once you change your mindset and you stop listening to those subconscious lies and those subconscious fears and those subconscious little voices telling you you can't do it or somehow it's impossible, which makes no sense technically, then you will be able to understand that you are limitless. Yeah. You are a limitless being. You are a limitless being. I don't care who you are, where you from, what you looking like, and whose parents you had, or none of that. You are a limitless being. If you are looking at this video right now, you are a blessing. You are a blessing and you are limitless. So at any point in time, whenever you think about what your goals are you thinking about what it is that you want to do with yourself, right? And after this, I'm going to give an opposing point. And it's going to sound a little contradictory, but it's not contradictory at all, if you understand. So anytime that you're thinking about what you want to do with yourself or whatever goals it is, and then you try to tell yourself that you cannot do it, I want you to think about someone else who is out there doing exactly what you're doing and tell yourself they came out of coochie and a ball sack. I came out of a coochie and a ball sack. They have 24 hours and 7 days a week, 365 days in 1 year. I have 24 hours, 7 days, and 365 days in 1 year. So what makes me different than them?
Nothing.
So that's the first thing I want you to think about.
I live on the same earth as Beyonce.
The same earth, y'all.
Same
the same
earth as Oprah.
And they parents black as hell. So I wish you might say it's because you black. I wish you might say. They are not mixed. Oprah or Beyonce are not mixed. They're not mixed with anything but black and no black.
They about as niggerish as nigger can get.
Beyonce is mixed with some Alabama black and some New Orleans black. And it produced that black. Texas black.
She told y'all in the song, get information.
Okay, I just really need y'all to understand that. Like, there is nothing that is stopping you from being who you want to be but yourself. Now, on the other note, back to my other point for a lot of y'all. You cannot do what you see somebody else doing. And I'm saying that in a sense that, for example, because I'm using this as an example because it's the most common example, okay? Everybody ain't no rapper. Everybody cannot rap. Your gift is not the same as her gift. My gift ain't the same as Heather's, bro. My gift is not the same as Leah's. Just because I see Leah being successful in making a fucking planner doesn't mean that I can make a planner. It doesn't mean that.
I can buy that planner.
I can buy her planner. Just because Heather is successful at blogging, does that mean that I can be successful at blogging? I can read her fucking blog, though. Your gift and your talent is different from what you're trying to do to make money.
Yeah.
Stop. A lot of y'all problems, most of y'all problems, is that you want to go for the career that you feel like makes the most money.
Let me tell you something. If you following your passion, to be quite honest with you, your passion really does not make you any money. If you following your purpose does not make you money at all. Like, and I say that like, yes, you get paid, but as a purpose, my biggest thing is when somebody comments on my blog and it's like, yo, I was really moved by what you said. That's my payment. Yes, I may get paid, like actually paid from it, but that is the payment that I received, and that's how I look at it.
And that's what meant more to her. So the thing is that your perception of what rich is.
Even Bob Marley said that. He said some people so rich. He said some people are so poor
that all they have is money and things. Y'all, when I say I am not the richest person, I am not rich. I'm nowhere near that. I want y'all to understand that. I am not rich. People look at my social media and feel like I got it all together. And what y'all really don't know is I don't. I really don't have nothing together, technically, by everyone else's standards. I don't have anything. I don't have anything by people's standards, right? But I am the most abundant soul I know. I am the most abundant soul possible. I am the most rich. Y'all, I have a love like no other from this man. When everybody else thought that, or feels like, currently, because some people still feel like, that I'm too much, and I am too loud, and I'm too passionate, and you cuss too much, and it don't gotta be like that, and you need to come a little softer, and people feel like you're too aggressive. And you know what my man said? I don't understand how they be saying it to you. I don't understand where they coming from. I don't understand where they coming from. My ex stole $3,000 from me, y'all. And I never told a soul. Like, I didn't do anything. I did not take legal action. I did not try to tell someone. I did not try to blast him on social media. I did not do anything, y'all. I didn't do anything. I did what most girls do. I was fucking sad as hell and caught myself trying to get over it. For 3 years, I was by myself. And my boyfriend just randomly, popped up into my life, y'all. And he's like an old man on the inside. Like, you know how you ever seen an old man in the stove? And he kind of just holding his wife purse off to the side. He don't really be doing nothing. He just kind of stand around. And whatever she want, he just, she just get it. And that's cool. And he's cool with it. Like, it's like whatever makes her happy is what makes him happy. And that's how he is. And that's like, y'all, that's everything to me. He loves my kids. The twins asked me, y'all. They asked me, could they call him back? And I had to, in turn, call and ask him. Nobody coerced my kids to love him like that. No one coerced him to love my kids. He technically doesn't have any kids of his own. But you have to understand, by my perception, I am the richest person in the room. I'm the richest person in the room. Lots of people want money and fame, and they get money and fame, and they're still the most depressed people in the room. So at some point in time, your definition of success and your definition of accomplishment, your definition of what rich is, it has to become your own. Y'all got to throw out all of these learned behaviors and all of these learned, perceptions, basically, because the perception that most of y'all have is not your own.
Yeah.
You only feel like money is what makes you rich because that's what somebody told you. Mind you, everybody out here trying to tell me that Bitcoin ain't worth nothing. What is it backed by? Your American dollar is not backed by anything. If you didn't know, that piece of paper is not backed by anything.
That's why they killed JFK.
It literally means nothing, y'all. Your American dollar is not backed by anything whatsoever. So it literally has no value besides the value that you yourself as a person put in it. At some point in time, your perception, your thoughts, your goals, your gifts, your everything needs to shift back to yourself. That's what I feel like that's what should be the collective goal for people for 2018. For 2018, my goal for y'all is to create or to form your own perception. Your own perception. Not the perception that you were given or that you was taught in school or by the videos, the media, your mama, your friend, whoever. Create your own perception. Right. And that's the goal, Michelle. That's my goal.
And stop following people. If you spend more than 10 minutes on some, and you don't know this, and you can know this person, but if you spend more than 10 minutes on somebody's page, idolizing or envying what they got going on, unfollow them.
And log out.
And take a break. Because you're looking at what they got going on. I've had to do that with a lot of people on Instagram.
And it makes you feel worse about yourself. And see, some of us are to a point where we can follow the people we like and be inspired by them. But not all of y'all are like that.
Yeah.
Y'all following these people and y'all watching their lives on social media. It makes you feel bad about yourself. Stop. Stop it. Don't make yourself feel worse. Do not make yourself feel worse. Go find some people to follow that make you feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go find some people who are out there, even though they are successful, they're willing to be transparent with you and let you know that they ain't got it all together.
Right.
These people don't got it all together. These people do not got it all together. I have not watched the little Chris Brown documentary, but did anybody else watch it?
That thing was good.
I did not watch that.
It was good.
I want to watch it.
I watched a snippet of it, and it was confirming everything that I already knew about that whole situation that happened with Rihanna. Because I knew just from, and I know a lot of times, sometimes being on the outside looking in, you may not know everything, but you have an inkling about what's going on. And I remember saying to myself, because I knew I'm from the islands. I got family from the islands. So I already know how some of these island girls get when they mad or when they think or assume something. And I knew. And I was like, I said, she hit him. I said, that's what that was. She hit him and he was like, I didn't have about enough
of this shit.
And then he just went ahead and you get upset and it's like, oh, he shouldn't have done it. That's domestic violence.
Michelle saw it.
But it was like, at the same time, I don't care if people can agree to disagree. One thing that I will always teach any of my children, especially my daughter, is that don't be out here thinking that you equal to a man and you can hit him as such. Because if he hit you back and you come calling me and tell my mom I got hit, and I ask you
what you did,
I'm gonna say what did you do to provoke it?
That's
and
exactly
if you say, oh, well, I hit him in the face or I spit in his face or something like that, I'm going to say, well, you tell him to call me and I'm going to tell him.
You know what I got to say. But other than that,
I would be like, check this out.
And the thing is, I know that a lot of people, it may stir up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people with how we feel about that topic. But the thing is, right, Chris is very humble and finding his true self. I can only respect it. Exactly. Yeah. And see, at the time, I never, ever, ever turned my back on Chris Brown. I mean, I love Rihanna. I'm a Rihanna since day one fan, and I'm a Chris Brown since day one fan as well. However, I understand there is two sides to every story, and I grew up with two older brothers. Like I said, I do have a stepsister. I have another little sister who was adopted. I have a little brother now, you know what I'm saying? But he's like 10, so of course he didn't grow up with me. But I grew up with two older brothers. It's not too many times you finna hit my brother, bro. It's not too many times you finna hit my brother. Because, yes, you know, most times when we young, they gonna come get me. But what about the times when they cannot come get me?
Right.
It's not too many times you finna hit my brother. I have twins right now today, a boy and a girl. And Anala is not finna hit my son. Because I'm not finna let Amari hit her.
Right.
You cannot be one-sided with this situation. I am not about to let Anala hit Amari. Because Amari is not finna hit Anala. And it's just all to it. You don't want him to hit you. Do not put your fucking hands on that man.
At all.
Don't put your hands on that man, bro.
Especially when you know he bigger than you.
Right.
Just don't do it. Just stop.
If anybody's ever seen my husband, trust me.
It's no way.
I keep my hands
To myself. Oh, don't do that.
Like, play fighting is okay.
That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing. But I mean, like, full on
No.
left hooks? Nah, bro. Y'all seen that?
Y'all show out. Ooh.
Fall.
You
Me and my
adopted
sisters.
forces? Oh, no. Brothers and sisters. We fight. Exactly. And I didn't fist fight with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying I grew up like that. I told you I was a boy till like high school. So, you know what I'm saying? Sis, I know how it feels. Do not get punched, okay? Do not get punched.
Hurt.
Do not get punched, bro. And then be crying. Don't be crying. Until we was older, I was like, nah, I don't want to play no more. Exactly. Like, no, we grown now. We're not like, we're not 12, bro. Like,
sisters.
we are not. Come on. Like, sometimes y'all just got to come to a conclusion with y'all with that one.
I thought that was a dog baby. That's an actual child.
Oh. But we had a good night with y'all, Chastity. We fought like cats and dogs. Straight up. Everybody understands who got brothers and sisters. You know, y'all feel it. But we had a great night with y'all.
Yes.
We had a wonderful time on this live. This video will be posted on my YouTube channel later. So after I get it downloaded and edited and stuff, it'll be up on our YouTube later on this week. Hopefully tomorrow, since it's Monday. But yeah, it'll be up later on this week, and I will be back. I will be back next Sunday. Unfortunately, I won't have them with me, but I will be back next Sunday, and we will see y'all then.
All right, outro music.
Bye-bye. Later. Girl, we finna outro music on y'all. Hey. No, who is playing for first? Thank you so much, Chastity, for tuning in.
Yeah.
She is popping, y'all. Share this live, Chastity.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh my God, that song.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey. Oh. Look at you with these ad libs.
They call me Set Off.
Set off.
That was
Cheesy,
good.
don't do it.
That was good.